What is up with it? Today we are back watching some of the Peoria top 32 top cut. This is going to be Arnold on Black Teach versus national champion Cross on Blue Black Rebecca. This was streamed on Top Cut Events on their Twitch. If you want to see more of these games, please go check them out. I'm actually really interested in seeing how the best deck in format does versus the secret best deck in format. Cross being a huge believer of Rebecca, and he's going to go ahead and whiff on his first leader effect, which is a horrible start. It looks like Arnold won the rock, paper, scissors, being the top cut, the higher seed, and therefore got to choose to go second. I wonder how much preparation Arnold had for Rebecca. People, of course, aren't necessarily really spending their time testing versus Rebecca. But maybe the night before, Arnold knew he was playing versus Cross and he spent a little time prepping for Rebecca. I'm not exactly sure. Arnold's going to go ahead and off of the Lafitte add a 10 cost teach. This feels pretty early to be adding a 10 cost teach. To be completely honest, typically you want to wait a little bit longer to find them. But perhaps Arnold feels like it's important enough. Like maybe this is a matchup where he wants a lot of them. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and play down the Kyros, mill 1, popping the Lafitte. No stage yet for Cross, could be potentially problematic. Arnold also may be grabbing the 10 cost teach because maybe there were several of them in that top 5 and maybe he didn't want to risk losing them. Oh, Arnold tries to KO the Kyros, only to be reminded that the Kyros has a protection effect. Yeah, and he looks like he feels a little silly. Better to waste an effect on it rather than waste a swing on it. Wasting a swing on it would be really problematic. We're going to go ahead and Rebecca effect. We're thinking about if we're going to add the Hina or the Bart, but we can only add the Bart. Looks like the judges are asking Cross a question, not sure what. We're going to go ahead and play Orolumbus, which can attempt to KO the Kyros to give the opponent a -4. So I could see this being very good. We could minus a Burgess, for example, and then like bottom deck it with a Houndblaze or something of that sort. I haven't spent too much time looking at Cross's lists, and I haven't seen really anyone play this sort of Rebecca build recently. So I'm really interested in seeing what he chooses to do. And yeah, to play around like a Houndblaze on the Burgess, I could definitely see a world where Arnold just decides to play out Kuzans and never evolve them. Or not evolve them until he has like several on the board at once. Okay, we're going to go ahead and Rebecca effect and whiff again. I'm wondering if Cross is just getting super unlucky or if his build actually just whiffs a lot. Playing maybe too many non-dress Rosas, or if he just got a little unlucky. Okay, gonna go ahead and discard a Scarlet and a one-legged soldier. I believe that Scarlet allows you to play another small character from the trash. We're gonna go ahead and play the Zoro, KOing the Shiryu. Just doing a bit of board control so Arnold can't get too many swings. Though Arnold did choose to not swing the Shiryu last turn. Gonna go ahead and go 5 at life. And Cross is gonna finally take one. going down to 4 life. One of the great things about Rebecca being, you know, not only the best color combo in the game, but still a 5 life leader, something that's very, very rare. Okay, we're going to go ahead and search off of the island, grabbing a Burgess. I have to imagine... Oh, wow, we are actually going to evolve this Kuzan. I'm a little surprised, honestly. I'm a little surprised. I kind of thought we might go for the approach where we just try to have a bunch of standing Kuzans and then go for a big Burgess push at one point. But maybe, you know, knowing that Cross plays Gravity Blade, maybe we've decided that that sort of setup is not going to be worth it because the Burgesses will never actually get to swing. I could see an argument for that. And we were able to get rid of the Orolumbus. Arnold also notably playing both Doc Q and Van Augur. Couple cards that have seen trimming in a lot of people's deck lists. Arnold likes them though. And they came up huge here. Okay, we're going to go ahead and leader skill. So deciding to finally leader skill going into Cross's 9 Dawn turn. I wonder why we decided to do it here. Maybe just because the Augur was exposed. I'm not sure. Okay, we're going to go ahead and Rebecca effect, choosing between the Frankie or the Orolumbus. I'm going to go ahead and grab the Orolumbus. Having to read the Frankie here is insane work. Gonna go ahead and swing 0 at 0. To be honest with you guys, I did not know that's how that interaction works. In Yu-Gi-Oh, if you swing 0 at 0, nothing happens. Oh. And we're gonna get a KO this Zoro with the trigger. The I bid 500 million. We're gonna go ahead and play a vanilla Zoro and a vanilla Rebecca. So now we're on 10. We know Arnold has the 10 drop if he wants to play it. He has a second 10 drop, so he can start chaining them if he wants to. I'll be interested in seeing if he elects to or if he decides that he wants to be a little bit more patient. Okay, gonna go ahead and swing 5 at 5. I think this means we very likely are going to be playing the 10 drop. And Cross is going to go ahead and counter with a Kaya. Oh, okay. We are not dropping the 10 drop. Oh, are we? Arnold looking a little nervous. Very understandable. We're going to go ahead and block with the Rebecca. Okay, we're going to go ahead and level up the Kuzan. Cross just double checking the wording on the Kuzan. Ooh, and we're going to double Shuryu the Kyros and then drop down another Kuzan. God, this Kuzan card is so nasty. Leaving one Dawn up here for Arnold is a little weird. I guess maybe trying to disguise his play a little bit. I'm not exactly sure how much value there is in that, but I think he got a 2K and a block anyway, so like Attaching the one Dawn actually wouldn't have done anything anyways. Here we're going to go ahead and Rebecca effect. I guess the question here is like, what vanilla do we want? Do we want a vanilla brick that's at least like a real body, or do we want a 1K blocker? This is a really weird matchup. Oh, and we're going to use a 3000 Warlords on the Shiryu. To me, that feels kind of weak. I feel like maybe we'd want to save that for like a Burgess. But Cross, of course, has infinite more matchup knowledge in this than I do. And then also, you know, he can see his hand, I can't. Maybe he has like 3000 Warlords in there or something crazy. Okay, we're going to swing 5. Going to take 5. We're going to counter 5. We're going to take. Oh my goodness, he's going to take. We're going to go ahead and island. And I have to imagine we're going to be comfortable dropping a 10 drop here. Oh, another Kuzan. And we're finally going to put the Burgess on the board. Going to go ahead and put the 10 drop. We're going to freeze the Zoro. And we're going to leader skill. And this Shiryu having plus 2000 on your opponent's turn is just so pesky. Not really going to be able to swing over it. Not really going to be able to remove it with on plays. Gonna grab the Man Sherry off of the Rebecca effect. 9 Dawn left. This game definitely feels like it's slipping out of Cross's control. Yep, and there is a 3000 Warlords. Oh, there! Wow, he actually had 3 in his hand. That's crazy. That's crazy. I wonder how many he plays. He's got to play 4, right? Because I feel like we milled one earlier. So he plays 4 3000 Worlds. Okay. I mean, it's a great card. It's a great card. Especially in a black-blue context. Okay, gonna go ahead and swing 5. We're gonna 1K. We're gonna swing 12. We're gonna take. We're gonna play another 10 drop. Now there's 2 of them, right? Rebecca, of course, being a deck that can remove 1 with like a red rock. But once your opponent has 2, now we're really gonna start struggling, I think. We finally found stage. I don't think that matters anymore. Okay, separating our Dawn. Ooh, okay, we're playing Elizabeth II. If you guys don't know. Oh my god, wait, is he doing it? Oh, this is insane. Wait, this is actually a crazy play. This card can bottom deck 20 cards to boost itself by 10,000 power and give itself double attack. Alright, never mind. I was wrong. The stage is actually coming in crazy. Wow, so we just won 17 at 12. And I don't think Arnold's hand is like especially healthy. Arnold just double checking everything that Cross is putting at the bottom. Oh, does it shuffle? Oh, it shuffles them. Is that the only card in the game that actually shuffles cards from the trash into the deck? I guess if it's 20, like, I understand why they would have it written like that, but Rebecca also, I have to imagine, is not a great top cut deck. It takes very, very long for you to win these games, I think. They're not going to be quick games, right? With Doflamingo, you can win a game in like 6 minutes. Oh, gonna swing 15. And okay, Arnold wins game 1. But it takes a very long time for you to win these games as Rebecca. It appears, at least. Which, if it takes a really long time for you to win games, if you lose game 1, I think it's just super hard. I think it's probably just super hard to win the match. I think really the only like a game ender that Cross plays, to my knowledge, is that Elizabeth. I don't think he plays like a 7-drop Luffy plus a King Kong gun type thing. Let's go ahead and skip forward a little bit as they set up. All right, so Cross did choose to go second this time. Gonna go ahead and leader skill, adding the Kyros rather than the one-legged soldier. Not looking especially pleased. We're gonna go ahead and just play out the man sherry. No stage. But we do have the Kyros, thankfully, for this Lafitte. Assuming Arnold doesn't leader effect, which I imagine he will not. Gonna go ahead and grab This Is My Era after, and then play it, grabbing out a black hole. Oh wow, another one? No, okay. A full lid. Gonna go ahead and grab out the Lafitte. So just a lot of searching on Arnold's side. Probably digging mainly for his Kuzans. Kuzans, I think, probably shine very much in a matchup like this. Not being able to be removed. Keeping your hand healthy even though they're doing a bit of starving. Oh, wow. Did Arnold leader effect last turn? He must have. Holy shizai, that's crazy. That's... Okay. So we actually countered out for the Lafitte. Huh. I don't know if I've ever really seen anyone leader effect plus counter just to protect the Lafitte. And we're going to go ahead and black hole this Kyros. I think Arnold is definitely a bit more starved for cards this game than he was last. I wonder if he will once again leader effect or if he's not going to. Last game, we didn't really see him start leader effecting until late. Okay, and this game, it appears he's going to do it just on that one turn just to play around the Kyros on the Lafitte. He just really wanted another Lafitte search. Okay, and we're going to go ahead and grab that Elizabeth off of our Rebecca effect, trashing a Gravity Blade. So we're going to have to keep in mind that Cross has this Elizabeth. Okay, we're going to swing 5 and Cross is going to take... Going to play out the Lafitte, just digging. We haven't seen any Kuzans yet that we know of. Interesting. I feel like at this point we've done so much searching that surely we've passed up a Kuzan. Maybe the Kuzan not being as important as I think it is. All right, speak of the devil. Maybe he hadn't passed up any. Maybe that was the first one he saw and we're going to start seeing a lot of them. They could all be stuck in his life. That's always possible. Both players playing at an extremely reasonable pace. Something that someone could theoretically do in this sort of situation if they're Arnold is not play very quickly. They are up a game. It's unlikely that Cross is able to win this game very quickly. So it's possible that we could end in game 2, which if that's the case, Arnold just wins the match automatically. And even if they do go to a game 3, if there's not much time left on the clock, Cross can't deal damage. Like, he can't swing his leader. So if there's very little time on the clock, like, Arnold would almost for sure win in time. It would be very, very difficult after Arnold wins game 1 to find a way where Cross could win in time. I think they're having some sort of judge discussion. I'm not exactly sure. Seems to be some sort of pause in the gameplay. Maybe we just skip a little ahead. I think they're still just waiting. Actually, I have no idea what happened. Looks like they're talking to Cross. Maybe he did something not exactly the way the judges wanted. If anyone knows what happened there, please let me know in the comments. Okay, so we are going to counter with the Elizabeth. We're going to take this damage. We're going to level up this Kuzan to play out a Shuryu. We're going to play out another Shuryu. And then we're going to play out another Kuzan. Very similar to last game. Very similar play pattern to last game. We're going to grab another Shuryu. I'll say Arnold makes this Blackbeard deck look unbelievable. I think he chose not to leader effect though, which is going to lead to both of these being removed. That definitely seems like a huge misstep from Arnold. I'm wondering why he didn't leader effect. I think his hand has maybe 5 cards in it. Maybe he was just a little worried about running out of cards and being starved. Either that, or maybe because there was such a long pause in the gameplay, maybe he just forgot. I think that's entirely possible. Okay, gonna go ahead and check the graveyard. Imagine we're always digging for more Kuzans and 10 drops at this stage of the game. And I don't actually think we've seen any red rocks from Cross. So I'm not even 100% sure that he plays it. Because he's milled, you know, a huge percentage of his deck between these two games, and I don't think we've seen it. Okay, gonna grab the Doc Q. So, possibly intending to deal with at least one of these Zoros this turn. We do have the Dawn to potentially deal with both of them. Oh. Or dealing with neither. Okay, fair enough. Just gonna drop the 10 drop. Maybe Arnold was really thinking about what to grab there simply because there wasn't any, like, obvious answers. There was no Kuzans, there was no Teaches. So just trying to decide, like, which of these kind of cards that I'm not super digging for do I take? And Arnold still being at 5 life, 20 minutes left on the clock. It's hard for me to imagine Cross winning this game with much more than 10 minutes on the clock at most. Also a question I had while I was playing in my first top cut. Oh, this is so sick. This Gravity Blade is crazy, actually. Wait, this play's actually crazy. Gravity Blade to remove both. Swing 6 twice. I'm taking both, YOLO. But I'm going to take Demon. If you ever... I'm going to keep it a buck. If you guys ever play versus me in tournament, I want to take every hit. I'm so down to just take every hit, go to 0, look you in the eyes and say, I dare you. Because, like, you counter out a hit, you lose card. You take hit, you gain card. But as I was saying, I asked a judge in Virginia Top Cut, how much time do you have for shuffling in between games? Because in Yu-Gi-Oh, it's like a very firm number. You have 3 minutes to side and shuffle and present your deck. And so I wanted to know, like, you know, if there's, you know, no time on the clock, like, how long is someone allowed to shuffle? You know, can they shuffle and just try to time you out? And the judge hit me with you can take as long as you want. Which I feel like there's just no way. There's just no way that's how that works. All right, so we're going to Van Auger Doc Q after swinging 8. If anyone knows if there's like actually somewhere in the policy documents about how long you're allowed to shuffle, please let me know. I'd love to know. In Virginia, I definitely lost in Top Cut just purely off, you know, not managing time well and like being a very inexperienced Top Cut player. So these are definitely the sorts of things that I'd like to know. Because they can come up. They can come up for sure. We're going to Rebecca Effect adding a patchwork. This game's looking a lot better for Cross. It's looking a lot better for Cross. Gonna swing 7. Arnold is gonna take no trigger, thankfully. We have managed to dodge all the triggers. Gonna go 6 at Doc Q. Arnold's gonna get a draw, and we're gonna 3,000 Worlds the Auger. We're gonna rest 4 for Orolumbus. Leave 1 up and pass. Definitely not a bad board state for Cross at all. Honestly, this would not even be the worst place in the world to, like, Liberation, funny enough. I don't know if I've ever seen a board state where Liberation would kind of go hard this late in a game. But it definitely could come up here. All right, but we're going to find a 10 drop. That's probably just objectively better. We're going to go ahead and swing 5, which Cross took, going down to 1, which seems a bit scary if you're Cross. We're going to go ahead and Rebecca Effect to look at top 2. Oh, he might have taken because his hand is like literally just events. From the little bit that I could see, his hand was literally just events. I don't even know what that 1-drop event does. Some sequence of events, we minused it and then bottom decked it. I know there was a patchwork. Oh, and yep, we finally hit a trigger. I mean, when you play enough of them, it's just going to come up, I think. Okay, going to pass. This is a very tight game, a very close game. I wonder if Cross has another answer to another 10 drop if Arnold has it. Which this game has been so many turns that it feels like surely he does. 5 Cross is going to take. We're going to freeze the Orolumbus. We're going to leader skill. Oh, and Cross is going to concede. Okay, so the Orlumbus is frozen. Arnold has 7 in hand. Our top deck would have been Scarlet. Yeah, I can see how this game state looks pretty unwinnable for Cross. His hand just doesn't do anything. His leader can't swing, so he only has 2 swings, so he can never kill. Arnold also has infinite cards in hand. Cross does seem a little upset when he concedes here, I'm not gonna lie. Interesting place to concede. I mean, the game probably was unwinnable, to be fair. Maybe there was just... He must not play Red Rock. Because if you play Red Rock, you for sure don't concede before drawing. You at least look at the card. He also has a Rebecca effect. So, like, he gets a draw. He really gets 2 draws here. Maybe with this hand, there's actually just literally nothing he can draw. I think that might be true. Maybe he's gone through all of his patchworks. Because I do feel like if he had like double patchwork or like patchwork plus, I don't know if there's any other non-on play minuses that work Dawn wise. Like double patchwork 3000 worlds, bottom deck the 10, swing 5-7. Feels like a world where maybe we could have gotten there, but maybe there's not enough patchworks, or maybe Cross was just like, F it, I'm not going to draw all that shit. I'm not sure. Probably unwinnable game, though. Thank you all so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this as much as I did. Rebecca, obviously a based AF deck, and I hope you have a great rest of your day. Damn, my brain broke.